Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Geek-Stew. And today, guys, welcome back to Geek Rants with Ike. Yes, today's Monday, but guys, I've been rewatching Dragon Ball Z. I've been talking about this for weeks. I've been rewatching it, and I finally made it to the point now where I'm getting into the Android saga and the Cell saga, and I've been reflecting on some of the earlier seasons. And guys, I realized something that is insane, and I just have to share with you. But guys, basically, the entire fight with Vegeta, yeah, all luck. We shouldn't have won. So you're probably asking yourself, like, Ike, what are you talking about? Why shouldn't we have won? And guys, let's just be honest here. We were outmatched. Okay, when I say we, I mean the Z Fighters. The Z Fighters were completely outmatched in the match with Vegeta. So I just want to go over a couple quick things here, and I'll kind of explain to you what I mean that we were completely lucky and everything else. So let's start off with the beginning of the battle. Goku shows up on Earth after having traveled Snake Way, and he basically folds Nappa like a napkin. Folds this dude like it's nobody's fucking problem. No big deal. Nappa wasn't really, I guess, that strong, relatively speaking, but Goku was able to take care of him in one fell swoop. Bada bing, bada boom. Vegeta blows him up in the sky. Cool, right? So then, in addition to that, when Vegeta and Goku actually start fighting, basically they're pretty evenly matched to an extent. Vegeta obviously has the upper hand just because he's had more training and more like formal, I guess, combat training. And it's very clear that he has the upper hand. There are a lot of different points where he does, and truthfully, the only points in which he is actually losing is when Goku is using the Kaioken technique. Now, after a little bit of research, and I kind of knew this already, but the Kaioken technique, really all it's doing is enhancing the user's energy specifically. So basically, Goku was using the key equivalent of a performance-enhancing drug and was barely able to keep up with Vegeta. In addition to that, in the face-off between the Kamehameha and the Gallic Gun, basically, they're shooting at each other, and Goku can't compete. So he has to push himself using a Kaioken times 10 or whatever it was. Basically pushing the boundaries even further than he'd already pushed them. Now in the series, when he's training with King Kai even says, like, only use the Kaioken in extreme circumstances and don't go more than like times 3 maybe. And Goku obviously ignores that for the greater good or whatever. But seriously though, like, basically the only reason why he was able to get the upper hand on Vegeta was using the Kaioken technique. But if you think that's bad, it gets worse, relatively speaking. After that fight between Goku and Vegeta, where Goku gets the upper hand with the Kamehameha and blasts him into the sky, Vegeta's not done. Vegeta comes back and creates an artificial moon, I should say, which creates Blutz Wave, which allows him to turn into a Great Ape. In the process of going Great Ape, he essentially dominates. He is basically going to kill Goku, and the only reason that Goku wasn't killed, because they tried to cut off his tail with the Destructo Disc, they tried this, they tried that. Basically, the only reason Goku wasn't killed and the rest of the group wasn't killed was because Yajirobe came out of nowhere with a last-second save cutting off Vegeta's tail. I don't have to explain to you guys how lucky it is that A, Goku knew the Kaioken technique, and B, that Yajirobe happened to be in the right place at the right time and had just the right enough oomph, if you will, to be able to cut off his tail. Now, I guess we can go into some logistics about that, of course, but really, I'm only concerned about the fact that at this point, we had to have two very specific circumstances in order for them to even match up, right? Goku had to train with a legendary, essentially a god, after having died. He had to die in order to get stronger. And then when he did get stronger, it still wasn't quite enough. And then in addition to that, they had to pull out some tertiary character out their ass in order to try and beat Vegeta. So then when Vegeta reverts back to normal form, he is weakened, right? He is weakened to a somewhat significant point, but not so much that he is going to lose. In fact, he is still putting up a fight. However, Gohan is able to fight with him a little bit more and everything else. Counteraction here. The only reason that they were even able to get an upper hand on Vegeta at this point was by using the Spirit Bomb. And the Spirit Bomb in of itself was complete luck as well. Not only did Goku have to retain the energy even though he was getting pummeled, he had to transfer the energy to Krillin. Krillin had to throw it at Vegeta, and then Gohan had to deflect the blow back at Vegeta because Krillin missed, right? Okay, let's just say Krillin is the worst character in Dragon Ball Z. I'm kidding. Not the worst character, but one of the worst. So he misses, throws it, Gohan rebounds it. It hits Vegeta, and that pretty significantly damages Vegeta. Very much so. It almost brings Vegeta to, like, death. But not quite. Vegeta's still alive, right? Vegeta's still kicking, okay? And the only reason that they actually defeated Vegeta, was because they got so fucking lucky. I want to preface this last part of that. I am not a Vegeta fanboy. Don't get me wrong, Vegeta's a great character. He has a very good character arc, and I think that he is a model version of redemption. I think that he still kind of has the evilness to him a little bit, but instead of it being evil, it's more mischievous now, right? But the only reason they actually defeated Vegeta was because somehow, some way, Gohan regrew his tail, A. B. The artificial moon was still there somehow, which allowed Gohan to turn into a great ape. And even then, in great ape form, he didn't even really land a blow on Vegeta. He fell on him after Vegeta cut off his tail. I don't think I have to explain to you how absolutely ridiculously lucky all of these circumstances are. And I also don't get me wrong, I love Dragon Ball Z, and I love Goku. My favorite character is Piccolo. I love the Z Fighters. But guys, they were outmatched. Vegeta is, by and large, probably the strongest fighter up to that point, hands down. Like, there is no stronger fighter on Earth. And honestly, it is pure luck. It is pure luck and circumstance that the Z Fighters weren't completely obliterated. I mean, seriously, let's roll. We're just gonna roll through it one more time to kind of, enlighten folks out there who don't know this, but enlighten people as to why somehow, some way they won. So kind of just to wrap here, okay, right? So we start off at the beginning. Goku dies and trains with King Kai and is able to learn the Spirit Bomb technique and the Kaioken technique. Complete luck, right? It's also complete luck that he was able to get through Snake Way. There's all kinds of barriers in his path, and basically he was very lucky. I mean, really, he was complete and utter luck. So he gets to King Kai, he learns the shit, he goes back to Earth, and he fights Nappa. Nappa's pretty much already beat, right? I mean, he's weak-ish, and he's already been, like, half killed by all the other Z Fighters. And so then in addition to that, right, we have this issue now of Goku versus Vegeta, right? During the fight with Goku and Vegeta, they're doing the face-off with the Gallic Gun and the Kamehameha. Up to that point, Goku's only held a slight advantage by using the Kaioken technique, which, as we know, is just a boost in power, but like I said, it's the key version of a performance-enhancing drug. So, basically, Goku's juicing on that Kaioken juice, and he's fucking he's getting them gains. But here's the deal, it's not even enough. He boosts up his Kamehameha, blows him into the sky, but then Goku's out of commission. Basically, Goku is completely wiped out. Like, using the Kaioken times 5 or times 10 or whatever it was, basically zaps him. He is completely zoinked. He can't do shit now, right? Vegeta comes back, throws the moon up in the air, bada bing, bada boom, turns into a great ape. Great ape form Vegeta is basically kicking ass and taking names, right? He came to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and he's fucking out of gum. He basically fucks everybody up, takes him down to Pound Town, and then somehow, someway, a tertiary character from the fucking backwoods of God knows where comes in with a sword. Yajirobe cuts off Vegeta's tail. Vegeta can still fight, right? He's pissed off now. In fact, I would say he is more dangerous now at the point where he get his tail cut off than he was before. Before, he was just playing around. But now he's angry. You've taken away his single most pride in the world, right? He's a Saiyan. Saiyans turn into great apes. You took away his ability to turn into a great ape. So he cuts off his tail. Vegeta's pissed. And now they have to rely on the Spirit Bomb. And this is twofold, right? We're basically relying on Goku to not have lost or let that power dissipate because he got his ass kicked while he was trying to, boost up the power. And then in addition to that, we had to rely on Krillin to not miss. Well, guess what? Krillin misses. And just so happens that it's lined up perfectly that Gohan can push it back, and then it hits Vegeta, bada bing, bada boom. But even then, that's not it. That takes Vegeta down significantly, but that doesn't kill him. What kills him, or doesn't kill him, but what beats him is the fact that somehow, some way, Gohan grew back his tail. I don't know how. I don't know why, but he grew back his tail. Gohan grows his tail back, and then turns into a Great Ape, and then accidentally falls on him when he gets his tail cut off. I don't think that I have to go any further when I say that the battle between Goku and Vegeta during the Saiyan Saga was the single most lucky battle that Goku has ever had, right? Any other battle I can explain off with anything else, right? Anything else I can explain it off, right? Any other battle, the Cell battles, the Boo battles, he got a little lucky with the Boo battle because he was able to build up the power for the Spirit Bomb. Hercule was there. A lot of his wins are circumstantial rather than him just being, inherently strong per se. But this one by far takes the cake because, I think we checked the list on all of the weirdest occurrences that can happen in a single setting at once in the Dragon Ball Z series, legitimately. And that is wild to me that I never realized it before, but how lucky they were. Like, seriously, they are the luckiest motherfuckers that you've ever seen in your life. Quite literally, if everything had not worked out in the way it had, the Z Fighters would have been extinct. Vegeta would have killed them all. And quite frankly, it's a miracle that they didn't. So I think that's going to wrap it up here for today, guys. I don't want to continue to ramble for too long. I hope some of the visuals that I provided gave some enlightenment here. But man, I watched right now I'm actually at the part where I'm watching basically the return of Garlic Jr. during the Blackwater Mist. It's basically a filler arc. It is a filler arc. I think I talked about this before. But yeah, I'm watching this filler arc, and I was thinking here, and I was sitting, man, what's that one thing, blah, 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 blah. And I came to the realization that basically that fight with Vegeta is probably the luckiest fight on God's green earth, because Vegeta outranked and outmatched them on every scale, but they got incredibly lucky on basically on every count. Every step of the way, they were sipping on some good luck juice because they really needed it. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy this video, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and give us a comment down below. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like. And of course, guys, if you want to join the Geek-Stew crew, I'm going to add this at the end of every video now. If you want to join the Geek-Stew crew, let us know in the comments or hit us up on our social medias, Facebook, Twitter. Those links are at the end of the video and in the description down below. And of course, guys, everybody out there, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and we will see you in the next one. See ya.